How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews. Newish brewery time. I'm going to do a bunch of these kind of in quick succession. Probably all go up at the same time. That be McCall Brewing. Yeah. Out of Allentown. This is their Lehigh India Pale Ale. Yeah. Let's see what the sucker's got. Comes courtesy of my boy Adam. He has some connection, whether just a local to the brewery or friends of the brewer. I don't know. I'm just going to drink these beers and see what's what. They did a session version of this beer called Little Lehigh. It was nice. It was a little bit just off for my personal taste as far as like a little bit off flavor, but we'll see how this one rolls. When you talk about a 4.7% or 4.5, I think it was. Little session beer with a ton of hopping in it. That can happen. As far as this beer goes, it says the Lehigh River cuts through the heart of the Lehigh Valley and has long been an important piece of the area's history. From transporting coal and steel during the Industrial Revolution to providing Lehigh Valley residents a place to boat, fish, and float. We thought it fitting to name our flagship IPA after this beautiful river. Our Hazie IPA is brewed with loads of Citra Mosaic Eldorado hops and double dry hopped with the same varieties. It's a jam packed with aroma and notes of tropical citrus fruit like pineapple and mango. Yeah, orange, and it stands tall at formidable 7%. I butchered that. Float on Friends. So yeah, here we go. 7% alcohol by volume. Likewise, it's alright. You know, it's a dude showing you now Lehigh River. Fun fact for those who don't know, I grew up where the Lehigh River starts. Yay! Not that anybody cares, but I grew up in the beautiful itty-bitty, and I mean itty-bitty town of Gouldsboro, Pennsylvania. I actually lived in Jersey, moved to the Poconos when I just hit double digits. So my formative years I spent in Gouldsboro. It's the highest point of the Pocono Mountains. And right behind my house, there's like natural springs that like kind of feed the Lehigh River, make the Lehigh River happen. It's so funny. I go down to like Allentown or even further south, and people are like, "Oh, you want to go to Lehigh? We can go ride rapids in the Lehigh, like behind my house. I could like jump over the Lehigh River." Anyway, yeah, looks like a big old hazy orange core, you know, big old haze on her. So she's definitely got that kind of single double IPA look going. Let's see if we can get a nose. Okay, so they definitely like to deal with that little bit of higher level kind of carbonic acid when it comes to their kind of hazy IPAs. I'm definitely getting that in here, but each one of the ones I've had hasn't been super heavily handed, so I'm kind of curious to see how this one plays off. Outside of that, it really is kind of a very rindy kind of citrus, whether it go from the orange to the grapefruit and back and forth in between, and that's really it. There's a sweetness there, there's a bittering there. It's being a lot tempered by that carbonic. It smells nice. Let's see what she actually tastes like, though. Cheers. Oh. Pleasantly surprised I am. I thought it was going to be really seltzerly bittering, the way that kind of carbonic thing comes off. Because it really did smell that way in the nose. And not that it doesn't exist in the taste. It's actually there, but it's way less than I thought it was going to be. So, first thing I'm going to say about this is a really fun, soft mouthfeel to it. Yeah, like really sultry. It's not water nerdy level, but it wants to get there. That rindy orange to the grapefruit, again, still exists, but it's like a third, fourth player here. And what you're left with is this nice kind of slightly sweet, pithy kind of orange grapefruit thing that leans into this tropical fruit thing that I didn't think was going to happen. And it ends up being like sweet enough, bittering enough, and drinkable enough. It's a really tasty beer. This is really good stuff. It's really nice hazy, and it's kind of like a little bit of a surprise because based off of the nose, I almost pigeonholed this beer, and I know I shouldn't do those kind of things, but we all make kind of assumptions when we kind of dive into a beer. And I smelled it, I'm like, okay, here we go. We're gonna do the carbonic thing. I've had a little bit of it from these guys. They're finally gonna go heavy-handed with it, and that's not the case here. I know enough to say when I'm wrong. So the nose leads you down this more kind of bittering, kind of carbonic acid path. Well, mouthfeel, and it's still there, but it's way less than you thought it would be. And just kind of has this nice kind of soft, slightly muted in the grand scheme of things, kind of 7% kind of tropical fruit citrus thing, or I should say citrus tropical fruit, because citrus is the bigger one. I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's tasty. I think it's drinkable. More than drinkable. And really fun beer, man. Yeah, I like this. Thank you very much, Adam. This is a very fun beer. Yeah, definitely kind of a surprise based off of the other two beers I've had. There's nothing negative as far as off flavors go. And I shouldn't say the other two beers. The other ones I had were quite fine. It's just that one had that soft little off flavor to it, and that's pretty much it. So, again, now we're calling that the aberration. We're calling the exception, not the rule. And I like this. I think it's fun. I can't wait to visit this brewery now. This is good stuff. It's really good, well done, new school kind of haze. Let's cut to the chase, because really I'm just going to repeat myself over and over again at this point. This is one of the better hazy IPAs I've had as of late. It's in the conversation. It's in the middle. It's not at the top. It's not like change your whole vision on what hazy IPAs can be. Now, there's very few beers that actually do that. So it's one of those things for, like, I'm not going to sit here and say this is like reinventing the hazy IPA, but at the same time, it's really well done stuff. You tell me I can get this for $15 a 4-pack off a shelf, I'm buying this on the semi-regular. Let's put it that way. Value and availability, no idea, Adam. Let me know what's what and leave you with, if you like what, will you like this? If you like haze from breweries trying to do good things, because obviously they're trying to do fun stuff down there. And if you're local to Allentown, there's no reason why you shouldn't stop by, especially if you dig these kind of beers. Because if you like the hazy stuff, you like it to be drinkable, you like that soft kind of mouthfeel, you like those kind of more aggressive kind of citrus and tropical fruit notes without being heavy-handed, this is going to do you pretty good. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little haze right now. Hope we'll see you next time. Cheers.